My husband observed me, and now it's my turn to observe him. That night was more than just about him. It transformed everything from that moment on. It's time for me to contribute. I brought along 2 unforgettable women. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're a regular around here. It's fast, simple, and you won't want to miss the next opportunity. Let's get started. Breathless, I watched as he fell beside me. We were drenched in sweat, our skin flushed, hearts racing as if we had just sprinted through flames. My thighs quivered, my breath caught, a blend of shock and satisfaction coursing through me. Words failed me completely. I turned my head and stared at him, eyes wide, completely stunned. As if to say, what just happened? He shot me a cocky grin, his chest rising quickly, and pressed a kiss to my shoulder. A smile spread across my face. Every night has been just like that lately. He let out a soft chuckle. To be honest, I never imagined things could improve between us, yet here we are. It truly has, I murmured, trailing my nails softly along his back. Since that unforgettable night? He glanced my way, a faint smile playing at the edge of his lips. That evening, when did you catch us both off guard? I offered him a gradual smile. In what way did they catch you off guard? He chuckled. By taking a step that many wives would never even think about. A sly smile crept across my face, married, radiant, and perhaps just beginning the journey. We shared a gentle laugh, but then his voice dropped to a whisper. I was definitely feeling scared before we took that step, you know? I couldn't help but wonder, what if it transformed you? What if something slipped away from us? I observed him intently. Do I seem different to you? He acted without a moment's pause. Absolutely for the better. That truly brought a genuine smile to my face. He was indeed correct. I have transformed. Not in the manner that typically instills fear in most men. I experienced a newfound strength, an alluring confidence, and a deeper connection with my true self. In an unexpected twist, we found ourselves drawing even nearer through the experience. Our lips met in a soft kiss, deliberate and assured, allowing him to experience it. You set me free. His gaze was intense, as if he were committed to imprinting this new version of me in his memory. It was clear he was captivated. His gaze remained fixed on me as if I would vanish the moment he closed his eyes. I nestled in closer, a smile gracing my lips as I rested my chin against his chest. He softly murmured, his fingers gently weaving through my hair. Your radiance has been undeniable this week. Are you already feeling the urge for another round like that? I couldn't help but roll my eyes, chuckling at the absurdity. Oh, men. You believe that if a woman finds pleasure in something once, it signifies a lifelong obsession. Well, when it comes to that, he remarked, arching an eyebrow. I believe that's a reasonable conclusion. With a gentle touch, I drew a circle on his skin using just the tip of my finger. Do you honestly believe I'm that self-centered? He took a moment to pause. Excuse me, could you clarify what you mean? I gazed up at him, allowing a smile to blossom gradually. I had my moment in the spotlight. He blinked, momentarily taken aback. Absolutely not. I angled my head slightly. Absolutely. He propped himself up slightly. Are you really serious about this? I gave a nod. Do you recall that colleague you often try to avoid looking at during my video calls? His eyes grew wide. Are you referring to the one sporting the red lipstick? I replied, biting my bottom lip. I had a conversation with her. He looked at me as if I had just changed the very foundations of marriage. She's inquisitive, I continued, receptive, and she's inviting a friend along. He parted his lips, only to seal them once more, utterly bewildered. I leaned in and softly whispered close to his ear. I had a surprise in store for you. Now that the secret is revealed, it's time to get excited for tomorrow night. As the next evening approached, all preparations were complete. The ambience was intimate, with dim lighting and gentle melodies filling the air, while wine glasses rested at the halfway mark. Seated on the couch with them, I crossed my legs, maintaining a steady voice while my heart raced quietly beneath the surface. We maintained a light-hearted conversation. They exhibited a blend of curiosity and nerves, yet remained open to the experience. That was sufficient. Suddenly, the sound of the front door caught my attention. As he crossed the threshold, the world around him transformed. He began to slow his pace. I observed him absorb the warm light, flanked by the 2 women beside me, as our heads instinctively turned toward him in unison. He stood motionless. I rose gradually, a smile spreading across my face. Hello there. He shot a quick look between us, his eyes narrowing with suspicion. Is this really it? One of them stood up first, tall and confident, with red lipstick that was sharp as ever. With unwavering eye contact, she reached out her hand. I'm Renee, she said, her voice flowing effortlessly. You might recognize me from her calls. I've seen you as well. One trailed just behind, sharing nothing more than a soft smile. Lily, I'm simply here for the journey. He nodded, still attempting to grasp the concept. I approached him, allowing my fingers to glide softly along his arm as I leaned closer. Stay calm and collected. Allow it to unfold naturally. With a gentle motion, I reached back and intertwined my fingers with Renee's. Join us. I guided us down the hallway, my bare feet gliding over the hardwood, with 3 shadows trailing closely behind me. Just before I opened the bedroom door, I turned back, pulled him closer by the front of his shirt, and kissed him. Deliberate, confident, and clearly visible to the women positioned behind him. Then I leaned in and whispered, ensuring everyone could catch my words. Enjoy yourself, darling. This is your well-deserved reward. As soon as the door clicked shut behind us, she sprang into action. Renee moved confidently, grasping his wrist and leading him to the edge of the bed as if she were the one in control of the evening. Without a moment's pause, a seamless, quiet cadence emerged among the 3, unfolding as if it were destined to be. I glided over to the armchair by the wall and took a seat, elegantly crossing one leg over the other as I made myself comfortable. My heart raced, but I was determined not to let a single moment slip away. He glanced at me for a fleeting moment as if seeking my approval. I presented it with a smile. Renee initiated the kiss, exuding confidence and steadiness as her hands deftly navigated the buttons of his shirt with a skillful touch. Lily lingered just behind him, her fingertips gliding softly along his back as she assisted him in slipping out of the sleeves. They peeled away his layers with deliberate care, as if revealing a treasure they both desired. As his shirt gracefully fell to the floor, Lily leaned in and placed a tender kiss just below his collarbone. Renee traced a path down his chest, leaving gentle kisses as her hands expertly navigated to his belt. He was tense, yet not resisting. It felt more like he was attempting to absorb everything around him. The women took their turn next, shedding their tops in 2 distinct styles. Renee was bold and unapologetic, while Lily followed suit with a softer approach, just a heartbeat behind but equally prepared. They both sank to their knees before him. The view from my seat was absolutely stunning. In a seamless dance, Renee's lips playfully brushed against his chest, while Lily's delicate touch ventured lower, exploring with an exquisite attention to detail. Silence enveloped them, punctuated only by their synchronized breaths, as the tension coiled ever tighter with each subtle movement. His hands clutched the sheets behind him. His jaw relaxed, and his eyes flickered towards me, as if he couldn't fathom that I was truly there, witnessing everything unfold. However, I witnessed it all. The way his breath caught, the way his hips moved, the way his fingers shook, the way they cradled him in that moment between giving in and pure ecstasy. Minutes flew by in the blink of an eye. Renee rose gracefully, her hand resting gently on his chest as she guided him down onto the mattress. With a serene and measured grace, she ascended over him, her eyes locked onto his as she initiated a purposeful and rhythmic motion. It was as if she had been anticipating this moment throughout the night, eager to relish every single second of it. As her body synced with his, I noticed the expression on his face, disbelief, pleasure, and awe all intertwined in a captivating mix. Renee acted without a moment's pause. She moved her hips with a deliberate, smooth rhythm as she positioned herself over him, one hand resting firmly on his chest while the other glided up to entwine in his hair. He released a sound that was a mix of a gasp and a groan, his body jolting beneath her as if he hadn't anticipated the toll this would exact on him. Her smile radiated satisfaction. She moved with intention at first, each action pulling a breath from him that he struggled to grasp. His hands clutched the edge of the bed, gripping it as if it were the sole lifeline tethering him to the present. Lily leaned in from the side, her lips grazing his chest, her voice soft and personal as she whispered something that sent a shiver through his entire body. I bit my lip and shifted in the chair, yet my concentration remained unwavering. My hand glided between my thighs before I fully registered the movement, and even then, I didn't pull away. I allowed the tension to rise within me, reflecting his own, creating a resonance that was both shared and profound. Renee gradually embraced the rhythm, her back arching as she moved with increasing force and precision. She wasn't merely experiencing the moment. She was dominating it. Lily repositioned herself beside him, her lips gliding softly over his ribs and down to his stomach. Every place her lips grazed ignited a response, a shiver, a breath snatched away in an instant. He cast his gaze in my direction. With every stuttered breath and subtle movement of Renee's body, his gaze found me, anchoring him in the moment, and I held his stare, unwavering. I wished for him to perceive himself as I did, adrift, inundated, and captivated. My fingers glided in gentle circles, mirroring the pressure I envisioned he experienced. Now, I found myself perfectly aligned with them. The energy in the room coursed through me, resonating deep in my core, a sharp sensation pressing against my ribs. Renee reclined, intensifying her movements, her palms pressed firmly against his chest for balance. She maintained her composure, never hurried, never wavered, just a steady rhythm of movement that propelled him beyond anything I had ever witnessed. Lily's hand lingered on his body, gently caressing every inch that wasn't being held or shifted. Her touch was subtle yet unwavering, a gentle reminder of the presence that enveloped him. And then it unfolded. In an instant, his body stiffened, his back arched dramatically, and a sound erupted from him, raw and ragged as if it had been wrenched directly from his very essence. Renee remained by his side, gently adjusting the tempo to guide him back from the brink. Lily placed a gentle kiss on his shoulder while his chest rose and fell beneath them. With a slow exhale, my hands drifted apart and my heart raced. With deliberate steps, I rose and made my way across the room, drawing closer to him with each measured stride. He gazed up at me, his eyes unfocused, lips slightly parted, beads of sweat forming on his brow as if he had just sprinted for miles without a break. I leaned in, my fingers gliding over his chest, and whispered softly just above his lips, "The night has only just begun. I still haven't had my chance to shine. Speak truthfully. Are you longing to be in his shoes this evening? If you found yourself in that situation, what actions would you take? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will be diving into a book. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you stay updated on all the latest content. We appreciate your time and attention. Thank you for tuning in.